Hello, YouTube. It is your good old pal, Double D. We are back at it, getting towards the end, crawling, limping towards the finish line. Back to the Radiant Citadel with Adventure 11, the Nightsea's Succor. I disliked this adventure immensely. Maybe not for the reason you would think. There's very little wokeness again in this one. I've noticed a pattern. The lower the adventure, the more these people can afford to screw around and inject all their stupid bullshit. The higher level adventures did not seem to me to be too woke. That's not saying they're good. They're bad in other ways, but yeah, this adventure is a mess, and it really, truly gave me a headache. I'll get into that in a moment. Yes, this was not very good, and I looked at the authors of all of these adventures, and of course they were, advertising, of course, the fact that they had a lot of minority authors, but this is one of the adventures that I did not see a particular author listed by, so I don't know if this was just done by Wizards of the Coast staff. But if this is the best they can do, they are in trouble, because this adventure was a mess. So let's get into it. The PCs will head to the city of Janai, and I'm not even going to go in why they're there, but they're there. It's kind of, I'm not sure where it's set. It looks to me like it has sort of a quasi, like maybe African setting. I'm not sure about that though. But okay. So it's a port city, and when they get there, the first night they're there, they're going to encounter a haunting down at the common room of the inn late at night. So they're going to come down, and there's going to be two spirits there, begging for help. And then all of a sudden, a wraith is going to show up, and you're led to believe that this wraith is looking for these two spirits or enslaving them. But this is where some of the bad design comes in. These two spirits that are asking for your help will join in the attack on the player characters. Of course, against their will, but that won't matter when your DM starts rolling dice and they start hitting. So yes, and I found the names of these two spirits. They are called Haints, by the way, the spirit type. The names for these two spirits are Derek and Violet. Yes, it does not fit in with the rest of the naming convention. But I don't know if that's an inside joke or what, but it is very jarring. Your players are apt to giggle when you tell them that. So yes, it's another bad design feature in that you're designed, of course, to kill the wraith and at least have Derek and or Violet alive at the end. But I mean, there's a very good chance the players could have done away with either or both of them, and they are dependent on Derek and Violet to give them some information. So I suppose a DM can just sort of make do and make the best out of the situation and give the players what they need. And what they need is a plea from the spirits saying, I'm going to quote here, "Something terrible threatens our precious lore." In Janai, I guess. "Please help us, or our people's secrets will be lost forever." And then they're supposed to dissolve into a puddle with two symbols. And these symbols, you soon learn, are symbols for the Black Mist Way and the Black Throne Arts. Not the Foot Fist Way, the Black Mist Way. And these are apparently mystical practices and defensive martial arts strategies. So apparently this is the key to resurrecting this downtrodden land. are these two pieces of lost lore. So there's also a mention of a ship, and you'll find out later that Derek and Violet were on that ship, and it was sunk, and it was sunk with the holy tablets containing the Black Mist Way and the Black Throne Arts. So those tablets are on the bottom of the ocean. So the players, let me just say right now, there are so many proper nouns in this adventure. It's a relatively short adventure. You will be pulling your hair out trying to keep track of all of these names, places, things, organizations. I mean, it's really poor design. It's just so muddled. Essentially, the characters are going to go to the leader, of the city of Janai, or a representative of the leader. And he's going to task them with the mission of, to find this ship that sunk with the tablets. Oh, and by the way, there is another city under the ocean nearby. And it is called Janah. So you have Janai and Janah. And it is protected by a magical dome. So as long as you can get under there, and you can walk in, you'll be good. So yes, the city of Janai wants these taken, and then they're going to meet a group called the Night Revelers, who are against the government. They want these tablets. Then the players get in a ship. They get a cloak of the manta ray or something like that, something to help them drop to the bottom of the ocean without getting their heads crushed. And soon they're in Janah, and they'll find out down there that the government down there wants the tablets. But then there's also an opposition organization down there that wants the tablets, but they just want them to be destroyed. So you have like four people, organizations that want these tablets, and then you have one that wants them, but then they just want them destroyed. And there's a lot of overlap there too. Could have been simplified greatly. Just your players are going to need they're going to need a cork board and a lot of index cards to figure this stuff out. So yeah, they'll go down there, and you know what? I'm not even going to go into the particulars. It would mean nothing. But they do some glad handling down under the sea. They find out where the shipwreck was, that had these tablets. They go there. They're going to fight in Aboleth, which is a pretty tough encounter. And then they'll find the tablets. And it's up to them, to do one of 6 different things with these tablets. And I guess it all depends on, what kind of a group they are, and whether they made allies, with certain faction representatives. So, I mean, at some point they're going to be wondering why are they risking their lives for this. It seems just seems like a couple of old texts with some martial arts information and some mumbo jumbo, as they say. Oh, and by the way, the initial task given to them was given to them by 2 spirits that attacked them and wanted to kill them. Well, they didn't want to kill them, but they very well might have. So yeah, the very, very poor design here. Very confusing for both the DM and players. I can't see a group liking this adventure at the end. I have a bias against undersea things. I don't. That does not trip my trigger. So maybe I was doomed to not like this to begin with. But yeah, there are definitely some structural things here that do not make sense. So that about does it for this one. As I said, there's no real wokeness that I could detect. This book, they hit you with a haymaker right up front, and then followed it up with some pretty serious body shots, and then they've kind of just danced in the middle of the ring in these later adventures. So we will see how it rounds out, as I think there are only 2 left, and then I am free at last. Thank God Almighty. Free at last. As I said, that about does it. If you like the video, hit that like button. Better yet, if you're not subscribed, but you find yourself watching these and you think I got a little potential, hit that subscribe button. Helps the algorithm, helps me get mentioned. It just will help the channel grow. So that'll about do it. Your old boy Double D signing off. Hope you have a great rest of the day, and we'll be back soon with Adventure 12, getting near the end. Have a great day. See you later.